What's good, yo? What's good? My name is DAPA, and this is DAPA Vibes. In the building today, we have the most multi-talented METHEMBE.
Yo, what's good, guys? What's good? It's good to be here. I'm glad you guys have me here at this lovely space.
Thanks,
And
man.
yeah, to share the vibes and talk a little bit of music, art, everything.
Welcome, man. Welcome to DAPA Vibes.
Nice.
Man, I really want to talk more about you, like introduce you and all that, but then I always want people to hear from the guest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, who is METHEMBE?
Okay, who's Metembe? Well, Metembe is South African Zimbabwean. As I was born in Zimbabwe, but I'm Zulu. I speak Zulu and Ndebele. That's the tribe that I come from. And I came to Ireland when I was very young, when I was 6. But I was always inspired in music. You know, music was always, because when I was young, I would be at home in Zimbabwe looking at TV at artists like Bow Wow and all these American artists. And I think that was my first opening where I was like, I want to be doing something like that because the rap and the hip hop was so inspirational. Yeah, and it was cool as well. You know, it was just something for people back home that was like different, you know? So when I came to Ireland, then I became more into sports and I studied in CBS, the Green.
What sport? What sport?
Sports mostly was basketball, bro. Basketball was very big push because since I was growing up in Tralee, when I was in Tralee, there wasn't too many black people. So I would spend most of my time online, like looking at black art from overseas. But also, South Africa has a big. We used to travel from South Africa and Zimbabwe. South Africa has a big like house and deep house music scene, and you guys know they're blowing up with Amapiano now. But back when we were growing up, deep house was an influence. House music. I wanted to be a DJ at first, but it was funny. I always wanted to be in the music industry. You see, but like when I came to Ireland, things were different. I was the only black guy. So I was gravitating to looking at other black people online and getting inspiration for them for what I wanted to do. And that's how I kind of fell into playing basketball, getting into hip hop. And then after that, when I left school and I was kind of trying to find myself a bit. My friend Mark, you guys know Mark outside of YP. He was actually the first person who got me into a room and he had a microphone and he was like, yo, let's try this, rap this, let's try and do something, you know? So without him, shout outs to Mark outside of YP.
Yeah, shout out YP.
He's out in Cork at the moment. Without him being a catalyst as well, I think I wouldn't have kind of gone into rap straight away. So coming out of secondary school, went into starting to write some raps. I was inspired mostly by like boom bap, a tribe called Quest, De La Soul.
Damn.
Very jazzy, very groovy. Hence why I play the saxophone now.
You're gonna play a sax
You know what I
today,
mean?
man. You're gonna play a sax, man.
So that's me. Like that was my upbringing. Was just being surrounded by music. My mom used to listen to a lot of Oliver Mduguti, which we were talking about, and she used to play him in the car. Huma Sagela, which is another South African jazz artist. So like I was always surrounded by music in the house, you know. So that was kind of my journey, and I started scripting poems then after that.
So like growing up, like coming into Ireland in 6 years old and up to now, like what have you learned? Like the things you were looking at when you were younger and now you've grown up. Like what's the difference in terms of the things you love, art and everything?
Okay.
Yeah.
The difference between what I've learned coming up to now is my identity. Identity is a big thing. Since I was coming to Ireland or traveling as someone who's black and perceived as a foreigner, I was always trying to find my own voice, my own identity, my own grounding, you know, where I feel like if I'm doing something, it's relevant to who I am. That's what I'm thinking about now, mostly these days, from when I was younger, is tapping into African culture, looking at my Zulu heritage, but also my Ndebele heritage, which is Zulu and Ndebele are part of same tribe type thing, you know, like Ndebeles came out of the Zulu tribe, I think. So yeah, from now I'm trying to start learning how to rap in my own mother tongue.
Yeah.
which is it comes, but it takes a lot of hard work. You know what I mean? And I know you're doing
Very
it.
important.
Yeah, bro. I know you are doing
Yeah.
it like to the
Yeah.
maximum now. And shout out
Yeah.
to you, because listening to your songs and when you're rapping in your own language, it inspires us to also not gravitate to too much in like what we used to see when we're younger, the American, you know, I still have that side of me that influenced my flows, my delivery, my content and stuff like that. But now I'm trying to tap into my motherland,
like just
you know.
a mixture, just
Yeah.
a little bit of English, but then we can't forget where we're coming from. Like, we have
Exactly.
to keep the culture going.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. That's what I've learned.
I remember you were in a band, and I've seen you performing in big festivals.
Oh yeah.
How
Yeah.
what's the name of the band you were
Yeah.
in, and also which festivals did you perform at,
Yeah.
and also how did you get into the band? I'm just so
Okay, you want to hear
interested
this? You
into
want to hear
that.
the
Yeah,
story?
man.
Yeah,
Because do you remember how you and me met?
yeah, that's actually funny. That meeting was like,
How did we meet, if you remember?
bro, if I remember, I was walking down the streets in Dublin. That was around, I think it might have been around the time where I think I was still hovering up and down.
That was, I think, 2019.
That was 2019, right? And a couple
Yeah.
of years before that, what brought me to Dublin was moving up with this girl that I used to see, right?
Yeah.
But then when we broke it off, I ended up getting my own spot, and I was like, I need to push music, right?
Yeah.
And at that time, I had like dreads
Tints,
with
the
the
tips.
tinted blonde tips. Yeah. If anyone remembers me from back in the day, I remember I had those dreads. And then I bumped into you.
Yeah.
One of the days, I think I might have
was
been
just walking.
Yeah,
bro.
you were walking and you were living. Were you living in Dublin at the time, dog?
Yeah, I was living in Dublin by that time. I don't know, I was going to wake or what. Then you just came to me like, yo, what's up? What's going on?
Yeah.
Yo, can you come to we have a show? I know that. I'm like, that. Come on, man.
Yeah. I was those days, bro. I was really eager for music, and I was really approaching people. And then when I was meeting, what
made you to come to me,
bro? I don't know what it was. You like maybe it was your energy or seeing another black person from home. I was like, one thing, it might have been energy now, because I see now there's like we have so much similarities in what we want to do and our vision in music and how we connect. But yeah, when I saw you, there was something inside. I was like, let me shout this, bro. Let me shout this, bro. Ended up shouting you anyway and told you about the show. And then I went off on my merry way. That was the time when I was living in North Strand, Fairview Park. And on that same street is where I met the bassist who was in our band called Cooks But We're Chefs, right?
Yeah.
So that was the show I think I was trying to get you to come see.
Yeah.
And it was weird how I met him was the same way I kind of met you. I saw him walking down the street. His name is Dougie Seeley. He's like one of my good friends. And yeah, talented musician, went to a jazz school and everything. He's really good. But when I saw him walking ahead of me with the bag, I was on my own that time, living on my own. I was like, I need to get out of my shell. I need to get into music, you know? So I just like, I ran up and I tapped him on the shoulder. I was like, bro, are you in a band? I would love to jam out and connect. And then that's where the Cooks But Were Chefs story begins for me. They had already been a band, but I wanted to get involved as a lyricist. So that's how the Cooks But Were Chefs connection came into plan. And from there, then, I guess we're doing lots of shows. We played one of the first shows I did with them was in the Button Factory. I don't know if you guys know the Button Factory. So we played in the Button Factory, and it was a great experience. It was one of the first times I played on a big, massive stage. So that was big for me. And then it snowballed into festivals.
Yeah, man.
So the festivals were mad because I never thought I would play an Electric Picnic.
Bro, that was big.
Yeah, like this is like one of the biggest festivals in Ireland. Electric Picnic. What is it? There's another festival in Kilmainham. What's that one? I'll remember the name of that. But we played All Together Now.
Oh yeah, All Together Now.
All Together Now is another one that always is on during the summer. And those are the two main ones that I remember. Forbidden Fruit, actually. Sorry,
Forbidden Fruit.
That was the one. Yeah, Forbidden Fruit was one of my favorite festivals because I got to meet like a lot of cool artists like Laurel Carner and stuff like that.
Yeah, but then what's going on in your mind now? Like you just shout this person you don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he happens to be in a band and you
Yeah.
joined, and later on you're on this
I'm on big
stage.
stages, yeah.
Like, what's going on in your mind?
My what was happening in my mind was the power of like being like confident enough to reach out to people, to connect with people, because a person that you don't know down the street might just change the trajectory of your life. But that takes you to, be confident in yourself to say, oh man, I want to let myself out. I love music. I love my passion. But then I also believe I'm a very spiritual person. So I believe that things don't just randomly happen as well. You know what I mean? So
That's
I thank God for that, I thank God for that. So from being working on my own and rapping with Mark in Cork to then moving to Dublin and then playing with a full jazz type fusion band with lots of different elements, and then starting to tour around Ireland, and then actually touring, then not touring but having shows in London, and stuff like that.
You went to perform in London?
Yeah, we played
a band.
Yeah, we played in London. Yeah, we played in London. How many times? We played in London twice, and we played in a festival called Latitude.
Yeah, I know Latitude.
Yeah, we played in Latitude as well. So we've been doing rounds, and I think we've been playing for 10 years now, I think. Yeah.
Yo, come on, man. That's so big, man.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, bro. I've never played like big festivals like those.
Yeah.
I've played like St. Patrick's and African Day only.
Yeah.
But then we head into the big stages.
Yeah. No, I would say that with your sound, Dapper, bro. Like I'm shocked that you haven't even haven't even landed those gigs yet. But I think one thing that it is like obviously living up in Dublin, the connections up in Dublin, and being around the city can fast track you ending up in those places.
Being Kerry is kind of different.
Being Kerry is different, yeah. Like I love Kerry and everything, but I think the art scene needs to be more. People need to try and look at us as well.
That's why we need this, so that people should know what's going on in Kerry. You know what I mean? Because trust me, most people don't even know like you're from Kerry. Yeah, and most people don't even know you've played all those big festivals.
Yeah. It's crazy. I like it. It's every time I remember those things, I feel a bit surreal. You kind of you're like, wow, I'm not living in a dream kind of thing. So
yeah. Fast forward now, like what you into now? Like, what are you doing? Like, I see you doing art. You're playing saxophone. Let me show you.
I'll show you guys one of the.
Let's go.
This is one of my paintings that I did. At the moment, I'm doing a lot of art to like connect with music. When I drop it down, I'll drop it down a bit.
What's this talking about?
So this piece here, it has a lot of symbolism in it, right? Like I have an African figure here, and then behind here, there's what kind of looks like a mask. So I'm inspired by like African masks, African culture. So in a lot of my paintings, you'll see African people, because when I used to walk outside, I would not see too many African people. So I wanted to paint African people to have a bit of a representation. You know what I mean? And find solace in seeing Black people, you know what I mean? And painting them and talking about their culture. But yeah, this is one of my canvases that I did, which I'll be showing in an exhibition soon enough. But so at the moment I'm doing painting and poetry. Those are the main, since the start of 2026, I've been focusing mostly on painting, poetry, and finding my voice again and what I want to write about in my new albums.
That's so inspiring, man. That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
And also, like, you've told me you're doing like you're playing sax as well. You wanna play sax for us today?
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit, man.
I'll play you guys.
Come on, bring it on. Bring it on.
A little bit of saxophone.
Bring it on.
Play accompanying to some sort of sound, and I play jazz and stuff like that. So I don't know if you wanna pick up the guitar. Would you be keen?
No.
I'll play. Okay, I'll play
anything for a little bit.
Okay, all right. So let's try and get something
Let's
going.
go. Yo.
And normally, like I play, like I was saying, I'm normally accompanied. I play
Yeah,
this as an
with the-
accompany instrument when
Yeah.
someone is
He's
jamming
playing
or even
something.
doing like soundscapes is
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
do. Like, so I play with a lot of backing tracks and
Yeah,
stuff
man.
like that because I like having some sort of ambience to inspire me
Nah, I
to
need.
improvise. You
No,
know?
I need.
But
I
like
think
this is I rarely do these kind of
I'll
things.
need,
But
bro. Like
but
I really need you soon, bro. When I'm
Yeah,
jamming
yeah.
to my thing, like,
Of course,
yeah,
Let me-
man.
I'll put the
Pass me,
saxophone.
pass me the guitar, cause you know, like you've been playing, like in your in the band.
Yeah.
What was your main role? You were rapping,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
in the band, my main role was rapping.
Yeah.
And I would have some poems, and
Mm.
in one of the tracks called Funega,
Yeah.
I actually got a chance to put a poem down in
Yeah,
it.
I'll let you do it one poem as well.
Yeah,
But for
perfect.
now, I just want you to freestyle.
Of
So
course,
people
of course.
should know. I'll just put the mic down.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just
I've
play.
been like I've been a writer from the beginning.
I know.
A writer,
I'll just play
vocalist.
a little.
Yeah, yeah. Play a little jam. Mm. Mm. Yeah.
Wait.
No worries. Good. Mm. Let's go. Yeah, yeah. See, I'm blessed from the shadows of the moon and crest, from the heart that leaves your chest, from the sun and the rising set. We rise to set and we put on bets for our rise to come, for our light to shine, for our day to come, and our dreams to, yo, come down and shine in. Write a little page and memorize it. Your dream will come into fruition. Your time will pay with all the tuitions that they tried to make us pay. But we got a dream in our heart and we got to say, blessed by the time and the music. DAPA got a rhyme and we got to fuse it. So we here on the DAPA podcast and you know we got a vibe like it's the everlast. So connecting Africa, connecting Ireland. We got the plan and we gotta go wild in. I gotta freestyle and let you how I feel about this life we call life.
Yo, that's hot. That's hot, man. That's crazy, man. Ladies and gentlemen, METHEMBE in the building. You don't know, bro.
Yeah, that
So,
was
you
off
know
the
what?
top. That was off the
Bruh,
top. I
man,
haven't been
that's
freestyling in a while,
you-
guys. So it's nice to still sharpen.
So we're mad talented in carry, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what? On DAPA Vibes, we got these 2 cards.
Yeah.
And I want you to pick one, then I'm gonna ask you the question.
Okay, sweet. This is
which
cool.
are on there, you know what I'm saying?
All right. I'm gonna go for the right.
These are personal, bro.
Nice.
Man,
That's good.
You're the one who have picked a different card today.
Okay, that's good.
Define your life in one word.
Okay, define
And why? Just one word.
Define my life in one word. It's been I would say journey. That's all I'm gonna say. It's been a journey, and why I'm gonna define it as a journey is because, like, all my life it feels like I've been traveling. You know, I felt like a nomad or felt like someone who's left home from a young age.
Yeah,
when I
man,
was young,
bro.
yeah, you know, from a young age, and my dad, who's bless him in the skies now,
Yeah,
you know,
man.
without
Rest
him,
in peace.
I don't think my journey would have been the way it was, you know?
Yeah.
So like he really inspired me. He was a hardworking man. And after he passed, we moved to Ireland. And before he passed,
bless
he
his
promised
soul,
me,
man.
he promised me, he was like, you know, I'm still with you and you're going on this journey with your mother. And through the ups and downs, like I've had a lot of great ups, you
Keep
know?
on
So
going,
it's, and like the journey, like you're saying, keep on going, bro, you know? So that's how I felt a lot about my life is just a lot of ups and downs, but it's been such a beautiful journey.
And the next question is saying, if someone is listening right now,
Yeah.
feeling stuck,
Yes.
what would you tell them?
Oh my goodness. I would say if you're feeling stuck, start by waking up in the morning and going and just getting outside of the house, exercising, just raise your energy. So then that flows into what you want to do in life. Because for me, like there's days where I'm slumped and I feel like I'm stuck, man. There's nothing, but I I've lost the energy to actually do anything. So for me, since I grew up playing basketball and being into sports, sports is the driving and exercise is the driving force for me to give me that power to then read, write, start creating, start making music, and start putting myself out there and meeting people like you. So I think it goes down for me to what I would recommend is just, yeah, find some sort of exercise, look up things that you're really interested in life, and don't put your dream down, because everything is moving so many ways in life, but we all have a dream.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Any future plans now? I heard one of your song is featured in, I don't
Oh
know, is it a
yeah,
short
yeah.
film?
Oh man,
What's
I
going
was
on? Can you?
there's a movie that's soon to come out.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, will I grab this? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you
yeah,
need to
yeah.
do a poem. You need to do a poem as
I
well.
need to do a
Yeah,
poem
yeah,
for
yeah.
you
But
guys.
let's talk about the
Yeah,
movie
I've
first.
before I recite the poem, right, and I'll tell you about the backstory for this. But yeah, there's a movie coming out called Fleeting, written by a friend of mine, Shannon Welby. Sorry,
Yeah,
if I didn't.
shout out,
Shout outs to
man.
Shannon, and shout outs to Orla and Ashling as well,
Yeah, all of them, man. Shout out.
who are friends of mine that I would have not got this kind of opportunity if I had never met them as well, because Orla is a friend of Shannon and so is Ashling, and Orla introduced me to Shannon and she shouted me to send her some songs which I had written 3-4 years ago, bro.
Man,
Like,
that's
can you
dope.
imagine, like,
Timeless music.
timeless music?
Yeah.
And now it's going to be in a short film called Fleeting, written by her. And yeah, I'm excited for it to be out. I hope you guys
Yeah,
can
man, I can't
tune
wait.
into that. And when it's out,
I can't wait to see
please
that. I
support.
can't wait
Please
to see
support.
that. We'll
'Cause
support, man.
yeah, she's another person who's trying to support the African diaspora.
That's dope, man.
But yeah,
So about the poem,
the poem.
what you
here.
got? What you got? What you got now?
Nice one, nice one, nice one, nice one. I've got a poem called Go Tell It on the Mountain. This poem I wrote about Africa, our ancestors, us traveling as Africans from our motherland to different places, and like having that barrier of speaking our language. So, and us returning to our culture. So this poem that I'll recite for you is called Go Tell It on the Mountain. All right, so here it goes. Go tell it on the mountain, my father would sing. An African father with a traveling song that his mothers and sisters sang to lift their spirits after leaving their homes in search of meaning, adventure, and calling. Our ancestors, nomads of the land and sea, left their homes with open hands, arriving on celestial ships of the north and passing on their heritage along each coast and desert. On the bogs and mountains of the Celtic kingdom, a song of freedom was found. A migration and meaning was found. As years went on, colonialism took away that freedom and that song, placing a stranger's mask on our faces and robbing us of our mother tongue, creating a stranger in our homes like the Gaelgors casted to the corners of the island. Our African spirit is bottled and casted to the corners of this earth. As we remember who we are and why we are here, let us not bottle up our identity. Let us go and tell it on the mountain when those people hear no more. A song of freedom. So that is the poem.
Damn, man.
Yeah,
That's so beautiful.
thank you so much.
This is what I meant when I said like Mathembe is multi-talented, man. He's doing crazy things. He's doing music. He's doing art. He's playing saxophone. He's doing poems. His songs are featured in films, man. Bro, like, thank you so much for pulling up, man.
Yeah, bro, thank you.
Ladies
Thank
and
you so
gentlemen,
much.
Mathembe in the beauty, man.
Thank you so
Make
much.
sure you
Thank you
check
so
him
much.
out
Thank
on
you.
socials, on YouTube, everywhere.
Yeah, socials,
man.
Tembe
You know what I'm
on the
saying?
socials. I haven't been posting much, but I'm on the works to release a couple of things.
Let's go,
Bless
man.
up. Thank you.
Yo, what's good? Yo, my name is DAPA, and this is DAPA Vibes. And shout out to everybody who's been watching, man. Much love. Until next time.
Bless up.